Well, howdy do, y'all. The Beer Whisperer Pub just opens its doors. I've got joining me at the pub today is someone who hasn't been in yet, but we've had several conversations outside the pub. I've got Dr. Dave, the beer professor, with me. Say hi, Dave.
Hi, everybody. Cheers. Drink good beer.
So, Dave, I'm drinking one. I just popped it. Just came out yesterday. Actually, I had to go to the brewery to get it. It's Uncanny. It's an APA from Mother's, my local brewery here. It's 5.6%, 35 IBUs, meant to be just a very easy drinking American pale ale. Let me show you the color. It's got a beautiful golden color there. And what are you drinking at the pub?
Tom, believe it or not, I have 3 beers open here.
You were doing some reviews, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm kind of
Well,
like your, I'm
ooh,
kind of like your former housemate, Stuart there from the UK. I drink 3 at a time. I've got
there
this
you go.
lovely, yeah, I got this lovely Great Lakes Brewing Company. This is the Lawn Seat Kolsch Ale, very light bodied.
Oh, nice.
And then I have a Great Lakes Wit Ale. It's called the Holy Moses White. And then last but not least, very least, I've got a Three Floyds Brewing Company. This is called the War Mullet. It's a double IPA. It's
Oh,
an
wow.
8.1%, 103 IBUs, and it's hoppy, hoppy, hoppy. Woo, it's hoppy.
So you got two lighter ABV session like brews and then a big double IPA.
Yeah, it kind of balances everything out. Tom, the good news is that I'm at home and I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So what the hell? I
That's
think that's
nice.
the in my humble opinion. Now, this is just my opinion. That's the best way to enjoy craft beer. At home, you don't have to go anywhere.
I do every once in a while. I enjoy going to the pub, but yeah, I mean, I like being at home where I can be comfortable, especially when we can do something like this. I've got other friends where we'll sit back. It's almost like you're in a pub together. You can sit and have a beer and BS with somebody, and not have to leave the comforts of your own home.
I'll drink to that, Tom. I tell you one thing. I miss my ex-girlfriend. She was a non-drinker. Now, this interesting story. I met her in a bar. Can you believe? She was a non-drinker. Yeah, this is a true story. I met her in a bar. She doesn't drink any alcohol, and she was a bartender. She was the bartender, but she didn't drink beer or any
Huh, how's
alcohol.
that?
And as a matter of routine, in lieu of a tip, sometimes I try to buy the bartender a beer. I'll say, "Well, we have a drink with me?" He says, "No, I don't drink beer." I said, "Really?" And so I got my business card out and I wrote my number on it, and I left it. I left it with the tip. I left a $10 tip on like a $10 tab.
Uh,
Somebody's going to notice that, right? $10 tip on a $10 tab.
yep,
And I
yep,
left
yep.
my business card, and she called me and says, "Do you know you left $10 on the bar?" I said, "Yeah, that was on purpose." I said, now let's go out and have a drink or two." And she says, "No, I really don't drink." And that's how we got together. But anyway, she used to drive me around to all these different bars, and she knew all the bartenders. She knew everybody. Now, isn't it a weird story, Tom, that she would know everybody in town but not drink?
Yeah.
But I miss her. We broke up because I think because of my drinking. I hate to say that, but when two people are like that, they're just incompatible. I mean, I at least like to go out and I'd stay out, and she was like my chauffeur almost. And I understand that. I think it just got old for her though. But we're still good friends. What the hell? I'll drink to that.
Yeah, my wife doesn't drink either, actually. She's never been a drinker, so she when I do go out, she drops me off and comes and gets me in a couple hours.
Yeah, I think that's great, Tom. I think that's great.
It's worked for
How long you
21
guys?
years anyway.
I was going to ask you if you did. Yeah, okay. I didn't know if that was too personal. Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. Uh-oh, Scott White. Is Scott White here?
Yeah, I just invited Scott in. There we go. Are you with us, Scott?
I am with you, sir.
So which
Hey,
item of beer are you drinking today, Scotty?
I honestly don't know, but I think I am going to go with let's go with the newer released Sam Adams Cascade IPA.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've had that. And that's in a can? Is that in a can, Scott?
It is in a can. It comes in. I will show you the case. It comes in the pack of
Oh, wow.
Rebel. This
Oh,
is
that
Yeah.
hasn't hit my neck of the woods yet.
It is a can only. It comes with the Rebel, the Cascade, the Grapefruit, and the Rouser.
Where'd you buy that at, Scott?
I got it at Giant Eagle.
I was going to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to stop in there tomorrow after work. Well, actually, I don't work tomorrow, but I'll stop in there and see if they have it up here in my neck of the woods. Hey, Scotty, by the way, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yesterday
Have a
was
good
Scott's
one.
big day.
How many Sam Adams beers did you drink that day, Scott?
God knows, I definitely had what did it special did I have? I had
Did you drink one for every year you're old?
oh God, I
He would
would
have been passed out under the table.
tell you I did get to go up to my favorite spot. Dave knows this spot. 101 bottles of beer on the wall.
I saw that, yeah.
I had a what was that? The Chocovesa. I had it on nitro. They were doing Chocovesa charred pours out of bottle, so that was like 2 glasses. And then I had a AleSmith Vietnamese coffee stout, which is 12%. And then I came home and I had a pour of the Sam Adams Utopia 2013.
Oh, Scott, I made a video earlier tonight, and I said, I bet my good buddy Scott White down there has had this beer. Of course, you won't recognize it in this glass, but this is the War Mullet from Three Floyds, the double IPA. Have you had that yet?
Yes, I have. That is a good
Man, I was thinking about you. I said, I'll bet he's had this beer.
Yes, I have. A matter of fact, I still got the bottle right there on the shelf. I've had the War Mullet and pretty much almost every single one that they came out with. They actually came out with 2 more that I haven't had, but it was stupid the way they did it. They ticketed them off throughout the night when I was up there the other day.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
And it
Huh.
was like they gave away they ticketed
Oh,
out
excuse me.
the Zombie Dust at 6:30. They ticketed off another one at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and the other one at like 9:30 or 10 o'clock.
Two thumbs down. Two thumbs down.
Right, right. I disliked when they ticketed them off, but I get it because of the sheer fact that, you know, it gives a chance for anybody who likes to buy the beer, a chance to go up and buy a ticket or, you know, put their name down and they get called up and then they get a chance to buy the beer if they would want it. But at the same time, I believe in the first come, first serve rule.
Exactly. Exactly. Free market society. Walk in, you got money,
There you
you
go.
buy it.
Right. I mean, if you only got a case in, okay, so you got 12 to 24, depending on the case. You know, say, okay, this is the time that we're going to give them out, or give you a chance to buy them. Come up to the counter, and then we'll, you know, 1 per lot.
We have this beverage store up here in Cleveland. It's called Beverage Warehouse. Uh-oh, I lost the audio.
Are you there?
Yeah, we
I'm
hear
here.
There we go.
Guys, I
Wait,
lost all the audio. Uh-oh, now I lost the video.
We're losing Dave. We can hear you. We can hear and see you, Dave. If that helps any.
Okay, I was going to say we have this beverage store up here in Cleveland called Beverage Warehouse, and they get 3 cases of Three Floyds, but they only sell a single bottle at a time.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Oh my God! I go in there. I said, I can't buy a 6-pack. No, it's 1 bottle. I said, you know, do you realize I drove almost?
Oh, now I did lose his audio. Can you hear him, Scott?
I do not hear Dave.
I think we lost
I'm
Dave.
part of the conversation.
Dave, we
Nope.
lost your audio, buddy. He's still talking.
He's waving his hands, but we can't see it or hear him.
Hey, Scott, you missed when I was introducing my beer. I'm having an uncanny. Are you back, Dave?
He's there, but I mean,
We still can't hear him. I'm having a mother's uncanny APA.
we can't
See, when
hear you.
You and I'll fill the dead air until we can get Dave's audio back.
Right.
I don't know. I must be on his end because you and I are still on. Oh, I can almost hear him there for a second. I bet he's got headphones on. I bet it came unplugged or something because I can hear him just slightly.
He's frozen on my end right now, so I don't know if he's trying to fix it.
Hey, I bet he's having internet issues there. No, now I get the middle finger. Here we go.
Yeah, I got that a minute ago. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, we lost there.
Yeah, I do that too. Especially with the internet. There it is. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna ream it out.
I don't know what happened there. We lost you, buddy.
No audio, Dave.
Well, anyway, I'm going to talk until we get him back. I've got the Mother's Uncanny APA. It just came out as 5% or 5%, 5.6%, 35 IBUs. It's a very light and drinkable APA. Very fruity, a lot of orange and grapefruit on the nose. So tell us more about your birthday exploits, Scott.
Unfortunately, it was just work until after work. Unfortunately, I have to say this. My son was on the playground during his school day and had happened to. It was very windy here in Ohio, and he had a debris blow by his eye, and he had his eye scratched right across the cornea.
Oh no! Is he okay?
He's fine now. Last night it became very infected. It was red. It was puffy, and she was like, "Well, it's your birthday. I'm going to drop you off up there at the beer store. I'm going to run back. I'm going to have him checked out, and then I'll be back to get you." I'm like, "Oh, whatever. Okay. However you want to do this." Halfway up to the beer store, he wakes up and he starts playing his video game like nothing ever happened. But today he got called back and they went and checked it out and they were like, okay, well, yeah, it's scratched. Here's some eye drops. It'll heal over time, but, just give him Motrin and whatnot, for any kind of discomfort or pain. But last night I was kind of laughing at it because of the fact that, we're halfway to the beer tasting because when I went up to 101 in Kent, it was a Stone beer tasting event. And I'm like, okay, great. They're having a Stone Brewing Company tasting for my birthday. That's awesome. And I get up there, and he's fine. So I go in there, I sit down, and I'm like, they're like, well, what beer do you want? I'm like, well, I want to try the Chocobesa off the tap. I said, I had it out of bottle. It's great. It kind of tastes like a Mexican Christmas cookie to me. Lightly spiced, a little malty, a little bready. You definitely get a little bit of heat from it, brewed with a chili. But it's not all that special to me. Other people tend to make a big deal out of it, but overall, it's a decent beer. I won't pass it up if I can have a chance to taste it. But what I was truly there for was the Chocobesa Charred, because I haven't had it and I haven't seen it in bottles, and they were releasing open bottles at the bar.
Oh, wow.
We got a chance to have a full bottle when you wanted a pour. They actually gave you not only a 9-ounce snifter poured, but they gave you the bottle and everything else and said, there you go, you can pour the rest of it into your glass as you go.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
And then the Vietnamese AleSmith Coffee Stout. If anybody's had the traditional Vietnam coffee stout, it was the Speedway Coffee Stout from AleSmith. And the Vietnamese coffee, it happens to be the Kopi Luwak coffee.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore, I'm like, okay, I've had it before, and I truly love that beer. I mean, if I ever had a coffee stout that was an actual stout brewed with a rarity coffee, that would probably be my all-time favorite because of the fact that you get not only get a load of the coffee stout, but you get that coffee and the nuttiness that the, the actual, how do I want to say this, the Mountain Cat coffee
Uh-huh.
actually adds to it. But other than that, I came home and I had some of my 2013 Utopia and finished off the night, very pleasant.
Well, that sounds good. Well, I sent Dave a message, told him we lost his audio, but I don't think he heard, or I don't know if I don't think he saw it, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. I think he just stepped. Maybe he went to get another beer or something, or fix his headphones. Who knows? We'll just keep talking. So, any plans for the weekend, Scott? What do you got going on? Any beers planned?
Nothing particularly. I did hear. I don't know how some people feel about this, but I did hear. I believe it was Saturday. Mr. Trump, our Republican nominee, would be in town in Cleveland at the IX Center, I believe.
Uh-huh.
I plan on not going anywhere near it because I figured that it would be a disaster. But other than that, no, I don't have too many plans except for finding and drinking some more great craft beers.
That sounds good. Dave, can you hear us yet? Nope. Dave, talk to me, Dave. Are you familiar with any blues artists at all, Scott?
Very few, but some, yes.
I'm going to see tomorrow night blues, and he's kind of I guess it's probably closer to Texas blues. He does a little bit of some country, that Texas blues sound. Dilbert McClinton is in town tomorrow night, so I'm meeting some friends out there. I don't know if you've heard anything from him, but he's wrote songs for everybody over the last 40 years. He's had a lot of hits that other people have done, so I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Well, I would say have a good time because as far as I hear, the concerts or the little gathering is very lovely.
Well, he's playing at a small theater here in town called the Galois, and I don't know exactly how many they hold, but it's just a small theater venue, especially for something like that. I've seen him once before at a big blues festival, but it was outdoors. This will be the first time I've had a chance to see him inside, so it'll be interesting.
Well, I hopefully you have a good time and you enjoy yourself. And before or after, hopefully you have some really good craft beer.
I think I'll have a couple. I mean, the friends I'm meeting have been known to drink a few. I've done some with them and we've been to a couple blues festivals with them. Well, the nicknames are Moose and Huggy Bear, but it's Bernier and Scott Vigil, but we call him Moose and Huggy Bear. So the three of us together is rather dangerous. I don't know what happened to Dave's audio. I wish we could get him fixed.
I just sent him a message. I said, I can't hear no audio, dude. I mean, he seems to be, fiddle-faddling around with whatever he's got over there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's his internet or what. Yeah, but
hey, you know what? To be honest with you, just to have Dave back in period is great for me. I'd love to see that he's still continuing on the good fight.
We're getting hand gestures from him anyway. Yeah, I had talked to him in a while, so we kind of talked a little bit off air before we went live with the Beer Whisperer Pub. But yeah, I know he was having a lot of serious personal issues, and I don't want to talk about him here. I was going to say something, but now I'm not going to without him being able to hear. But I know he suffered some personal loss at the end of last year that was really hard on him.
Yeah, I definitely feel for him, and I've been around since then, and I will continue to be around as long as Dave accepts me, because he's one of my true and best friends, and not only into this craft beer world that we got going on here, but at the same time, I mean, I've become really close with him, and hopefully we can continue to be close for a very long time.
Well, yeah, and he's a very knowledgeable craft beer guy as well. He's been around the scene for a while. He was one of the early guys to do videos. He was at it before I was. Oh, we lost him. Maybe he'll jump back in. So, hey, I want to talk about something topical with you. I wanted to bring this up with Dave, but I'll bring it up with you here. Uh, Recently, through our state senate, passed a bill that would allow craft, or not craft, but it would allow breweries to buy coolers and then lease them to the stores. So what this does is benefit. This was actually sponsored by AB InBev, and what they're doing is adding cooler space. Now they can't necessarily dictate what you put in the coolers, but if they're giving you their coolers, they're going to want their products in it. And this is
No doubt.
Oh, you're back. There you go. This is an issue that really hurts craft breweries, and there was a quote in the paper from Jeff Schrag, the owner of Mothers, and he basically said, what they're doing here is they're giving Goliath more weapons to fight David with. You guys have any? And I've never boycotted AB InBev or anybody yet, but I've decided after reading that I'm not going to buy any more products that they put out. I am doing my official boycott after this was kind of the last straw for me. How do you guys feel about this kind of thing?
I'll start this point off with what I know within the AB InBev and whatever you want to call it, Miller Coors situation. Have you guys? I believe you guys, especially the two of you, have seen this before. Massachusetts got in trouble. I believe it was last year, towards the end of the year. Maybe it started at the beginning of the year, mid-spring, summerish, with the pay-to-play issue.
Uh-huh.
And what it was the big beer companies giving incentives to beer stores to stockpile their beers into these stores and to give their beers the better deals. And AB InBev and the stores pretty much got in trouble for this because of the fact that not only were they selling them at store minimum, but at the same time they were, filling the shelves almost completely full of, AB InBev, Miller Coors products, and it was just like it's very unfair to the craft beer industry. And then there was that whole takeover, buyout, merger-ish thing over in Europe, and people were like, oh, well, we're not going to see very seldom what this merger/buyout has to offer because the three-tier system here in the United States. I said, to be honest with you, in my aspect as a younger drinker, you may not see it now, but you're going to definitely see the longer-lasting effect of AB InBev buying out Miller Coors.
Well, the situation here was the state senator that sponsored this bill was actually paid $15,000 from AB InBev.
So therefore it becomes a political issue as well.
Dave, is your audio, can we hear you yet?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go. So what are your thoughts on this kind of nonsense? What do you feel about it?
It's a bunch of bullshit, man. I don't know. I think these companies, well, I mean, there's only a couple of big companies in the world anymore. AB InBev is one of them. They won't be happy until they, own every single brand in the whole world, and then the United States will break them up. It'll be like AT&T or Ohio. Fuck it. It's crazy as hell. I don't know what the hell's wrong with these people. How much is enough? How much is enough? Apparently not enough. Ever. What the fuck?
They're trying to buy up as many as they can, and what they can't buy up, they're trying to shut down.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. How much is enough, for Christ's sake?
It's just crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know there are similar laws like this going into effect in other states.
I think I'm going to make a rant and rave about that. Let me make a note about that. Where's my fucking
That's a good
pencil?
rant. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up because that's really been stuck in my craw lately. I did a video on it
Yeah.
yesterday, but I haven't uploaded it yet. But I'm
Get
really
over here.
frustrated. And there are folks that we all know that champion these guys and act like they're not really an evil empire. That it's just about
There it
business.
is, that pink
I think
tape.
there's more to it than business. These guys are really trying to crush the craft beer industry.
Well, I have a big feeling that sooner or later we're going to see them fall. It'll be later than sooner, but it's you can only get so big before you topple.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've said this before. I mean, when InBev bought out Anheuser-Busch, they actually got rid of a lot of brewers there in St. Louis, and indirectly, InBev is responsible for the large craft beer scene that they have in St. Louis. So actually, it's a good thing, I suppose. But
Right, and I also like to applaud them. Congratulations for all the damn peach beers that are out there on the market now.
there you go.
Hey, just to change the subject very quickly, the fucking air conditioner just came on here, but because it's warm in Ohio, baby.
Yes, it is. Thank God.
I'll drink to that, my friends. Fuck.
Did you
I'll
guys
drink to
have a-
anything.
Did you guys have a brutal winter?
Oh,
No.
it was shitty as hell. Well, Scott, what'd you say?
No, I didn't have crap for a winter down here.
It was cold as, which is, what up here, baby? Come on now, Scott, where the hell are you at?
It was cold.
We had a couple bad snowstorms. It was rather mellow in my neck of the woods.
Scott must have been drinking some serious high alcohol beverage beers if he didn't think it was cold.
But maybe he got into his Blantons. I know he always keeps Blantons handy.
I do. It was cold, but we didn't have hardly any snow compared to what Cleveland got.
Okay, I'll go with that. All right. Because we had some snow and some cold weather. I mean, oh my God, I would step outside and I'd have icicles hanging off my beard. I'm serious, man. I mean, like I have to go to work and comb it out. Shit.
Well, that's rough, man. That's rough.
But we didn't have
You
nearly
gotta chip
the
the
snow.
ice off the goatee, huh?
Here's what I'm thinking about doing, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I know this is live, and all my trolls are out there, and
Oh,
you know what my trolls can do. Yeah. Just think about it. Toss something. Okay, there you go. Here we go. I'm thinking about. I'm gonna buy 2 condos with my retirement money because this is a substantial, sizable sum. I buy a condo here and buy a condo in Florida. I'm going to split my time between the two. Because I really like here. I don't want to leave my friends that I have here in the city. I've made a lot of friends over the years. I don't want to just pick up and go. And I still have friends in Florida. So, hey, I can have the best of both worlds. I spend 6 months here. I spend 6 months there. Life will be good. Because I'm telling you, my friends. Tom will agree.
You can invite some of your friends, to join you in Florida.
I would definitely do that, my friend Tom. But Tom and I were talking off air, and I heard you guys when my audio was cut out, and I appreciate what Tom and Scott both said. But here's the thing. We both suffered setbacks, and Tom, I know how you feel, and I think you know how I feel. Life is really too short to be unhappy. You have to have some fun in life. God didn't put us here to be unhappy. He put us here to be productive and happy. And that's what I'm going to do in my final years because let's face it, I'm 62. I'm not going to live that much longer, man. I got to have some real fun in life. Whatever it is, I got to have some fun. Shit. What the hell, man?
Well, when you have, serious things happen to you like you and I have, you learn that everything else really is when the worst thing that can happen to you has already happened to you, everything else really is little shit. So I guess, when other people seem to get hung up on little shit and start insulting you for no other reason than they're just in a bad mood, you just got to walk away from it. They're hung up on the little shit. I'm not, what drama and stuff that they want to create, that's really on them. You know, you can't control how others act. If they want to act like children, let them. But like I said, all that nonsense is all little shit as far as I'm concerned.
And
But
that's what it is.
Oh, go ahead, Scott.
No, that's what it is. I mean, I'm pretty much 20 to 30 years younger than the crowd here. I just turned 35, and I'm like, knock on wood, I didn't even think I was going to make it to that far with what I've been through in my life. Dave, you know some of that. Other than that, it's just the little stupid shit that people nag and complain and pick on people about. It's like, dude, seriously, do you have a life? If not, I can lend you one, because of the sheer fact that it's like what you're complaining about today is like 30 years problem. You know, don't bitch and complain and whine and cry about the stupid little shit that goes on in life nowadays, because it is a dust. It's a speck in what time really is. And it's like, don't worry about it. You know, live your life, enjoy your life, have fun, you know, care for your family, etc., etc. You know, if you're not married, so be it. Go out, have fun. If you have a family, still take your wife, take your kids, have fun. You know, it's like, cherish the small moments, because they do not last forever, and once they're gone, you don't get them back. It's done.
Exactly,
it's over
right.
with, and you will regret them for the rest of your life.
This well, I'm going to tell you something when we're off air about that, Scott. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we've been on the air about 40 minutes, so we'll go ahead and wrap this session up. Any final words, Dave? And first, I want to thank Dave for joining me at the Beer Whisperer Pub. It's his first time. Scott's been around a couple of days, so thanks a lot, Dave. I appreciate you coming on, bringing your expertise and your wisdom and sense of humor. So any final words?
Well, I'd like to say thank you for having me in here, and you know, like I said, life is short. Be happy, and that's why I've got 3 good craft beers in front of me. I'm just having fun.
That's what it's all about. How about
yeah, and I'm at home. I'm not driving. I'm not going to hurt anybody but myself.
That's the best part. You know, and that's the thing. You know, there was folks insulting me for having a few beers. I'm thinking, I'm at home. I'm not bothering anybody. I wasn't insulting you, so why are you insulting me? So I don't know. But
they have nothing. They have nothing else to do in life. They're jealous of you.
How about you, Scott? Any final words for this session?
Again, I will kind of coin Dave. Life is too short. Enjoy your time here. Enjoy your time with the people that you call friends, and have a good time. I mean, we work 40 hours a week or more, and I just think that we should be able to enjoy our time off.
Absolutely.
There you go. I agree.
Yep.
And I'm finishing up with a Modus Mandarina, and my last words are going to be mean people and AB InBev both suck. So there you go. I've come to Beer Whisperer, and that's today's edition of the Beer Whisperer Pub.